Welcome to Laptop Radio. The topic is creating the game Flint Treasure of Oblivion by Savage Level live at GDC, the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. Flint is a tactical RPG set in a pirate world with a strong, original narrative. We are live with Seta Mirza, the production director, and Johan Spielman, the game director.
We are
a brand new studio
based
in Paris.
But we are seasoned veterans. We had a lot of experience in a lot of other studios. I have 17 years and I'm production director.
And I got 20 years of experience and I'm a game director.
Okay. Yeah, we are making a game about pirates named FLINT, so it's obvious. It's a tactical RPG, which is set in the golden age of piracy. Flint is a captain from a very famous book, Treasure Island.
I read Treasure Island.
And it's a spin-off, so it's not like adaptation, but we have a lot of characters from the book in the game. So let's go. Oh yeah, a very important thing. We have a very cool, innovative way to tell stories through comics, and we'll see that in a moment.
Okay, awesome.
Like you see, we have t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And the game is a tactical RPG.
Yes.
Okay.
So here we have Flint and his faithful Billy Bones, who we are roughly 40 minutes in the game. We were caught by French military and put in prison, and then we bribed our way out of a prison, and now we have to go through a beach at low tide and go into Saint-Malo, which is a city in Britain, in France, to find a map, a treasure map, but we'll see in a moment. Here is our innovation through comics. We are really fans of narrative games and comics, and we thought about a way to convey story without walls of text.
Yeah.
Played captain, says Billy. I'm in the sea here already. Getting out of here is only the first part of the plan. We must get to the ramparts and find a way to sneak into the town.
And as you can see, this is really tailor-made comics.
Yeah, we have roughly 3 albums of comics in the game, and those are really quick strips. We want to take a lot of time to the player. We also have bubbles like this, which is a little chatter that doesn't stop the gameplay.
Here you can see the first glance of gameplay, like chest and exploration mode, where you will be able to have some... Oh my gosh.
I chased him.
Yeah.
I need to be there.
Get out! Okay. Normally there's some chests where you will be able to find some equipment or weapons or loot or gold, because you're a pirate.
So the gameplay is basically a point-and-click game where you explore the world and you can climb also and jump over edges and stuff like that. So it's quite simple. The camera is locked into this top-down view, and we use comics to convey more of the emotion and environment details that we don't have with the camera view. You can see right here. Yeah. So this is what our characters see and experience as an emotion.
Oh, that's cool.
The 3D is more about the action, and the comics is more about the narration and emotion. We have a corpse there, a paw that fell out of the tower. Looked like this poor unfortunate wretch just had a deadly fall. Let's see if this idiot has anything on him that might come handy. So let's loot him, because we're pirates, we love looting things and people. Okay, this is a quest object, which is a letter on the guy. He is called Sweetheart by a girl named Vivian, and she awaits him behind the St. Vincent Church inside Saint-Malo. So we have a quest here. Let's go to the church and let's climb into the fortified city. We will jump forward a little bit. So you go into the cities, it's a night, you fight your way through the streets, you find a treasure map, and you have fresh clothes, and you end up in a tavern.
And you found a treasure map.
Oh yeah, there's a treasure map there.
Yes, just said it. It's the morning, and Billy really wants to know what they are doing. The map shows an indigenous temple somewhere to the west. We're going back to sea. We won't get very far without the ship to the Caribbean and beyond. They are looking for someone, with a ship and a crew. And this is a ship owner just drinking. You look like someone who needs a helping hand or two. God help me, there's not a single person in this godforsaken town who can handle a sail. My friend and I have plenty of experience at sea. Are you about to tell me that you're all seasoned as a Navy captain? Yes, and I can find you a crew tonight. Makes sense for your discretion. At this point, I may just as well add you to the books. Find me a competent crew and send them to me by nightfall. You know how, and your objective.
From there you can see that in the top of the screen you have the quest, so the objective. But it's not just simple quest for the player, but what is in the mind of Flint presently, and it can change every time you have a new comic book or a new piece of story that you will discover. So you don't, it's not like a fetch quest that you just have to check, but it's a part of the story and a part of the storytelling that you need to understand what you need to do all over the game.
Yeah, the objectives are always evolving as you go through the game.
Okay, so it changes.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's go to the city. The first part was a little bit linear. So here we have an open world map. Now Billy Bones and James Flint will try to find a crew for the captain. Then they'll have a mutiny on the ship, and they'll have their pirate ship, and they'll have everything they want from life. Like
maybe
present.
we just forgot to say that presently we are in alpha state, so things can be a bit rough on the edges.
Yes, yeah, it's actually the alpha build. Here we have some stuff that we will loot for the sake of the demo, so we'll show you a little bit of the loot. We have a system of archetypes.
Yeah.
So every pirate who will recruit will have their own skills and attributes. We will have helmsmen, lookouts, swashbucklers, buccaneers, gunners, cooks,
Lookout,
mystic
and archetype, which have their own skills and attributes and weapons.
So are you the smuggler? Says Flint. How you, sweetheart? Says the smuggler. Of course.
Of course I am.
Yes, you were younger, yes.
Imagine you were younger.
And now you'll discover that actually Vivian, the girl in the letter, is the daughter of the chief of the guard. And he says send the guards to kill the little sweetheart. But Vivian certainly has questionable taste. For goodness sake, what is it now? Diggerbell would never let such a loot kidnap his daughter. Your mother's gonna throw you to the dogs when we're done with you. So now, let's go.
Where it starts. So we talk about having a tactical RPG, and this is the tactical part. So we really wanted it to be immersed and merged with the story. So you see that the hexagonal field just appear from the scenery, because we want to keep the surprise for the player. And when I talked about the surprise, this is one of the kind of the battle you can play in Flint. There are 3 kind of battle, and this one is the surprise. So you won't be able to change your equipment or stuff for the start because it's a surprise thing. But further in the game, you will have to 15 versus 15 battles, and then you will be able to change your equipment and choose your crew.
Let's go and talk about the actions.
Yeah, you can see in the HUD, you get the portrait of the currently selected characters with the main resource of the game, the action point. So you get 2 actions possible at every turn, and those actions allow you to move or to attack. We want the player to focus over the strategy and not the mathematics. It's really easy. You just choose your stance, move stance or attack stance, and if you choose one of the stance, every action possible will be displayed over the tag, like I can move or I can push or impact my enemies.
I failed the dice, sorry.
Again.
Okay, I will re-roll it. Oh no, I didn't re-roll. Well,
so
okay.
You can push the people, but it's really easy because for the player, you can see that every action is resolved by dice. You can see if you got green dice, it's okay, it's a success, but if it's a red dice, it's a fail. So
let's go to the different types of attack.
From there you can choose the weapon, so you get distance weapon or you get melee weapon. It's free to change at any time. If you broke your weapon, you will always be able to use your fight as a pirate to put down any enemies. From there, if you choose your distance weapon, you can see on the action tag the difficulty threshold that you have to reach with the dice. If you want to fight,
I need to make a 6 or plus
with
the dice. I have a 5 that is not that's under the 6.
So it's
Yeah.
3 is under, and I have 1
7.
hit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I can
Reroll
reroll.
not.
You have
I'm
an 8.
sorry. Oh yeah, I have
It's
2.
good.
That's better.
Those
Okay.
dice will be level up with the level up system, so the experience. But
Okay.
in Flint, it's not by killing the people that you will level up. It's by getting some gold, and the gold that will be shared through all the crew and the game, because we are pirates and we're really proud of that system.
Okay, we have a system of morale, which is our little. This is our kind of magic in the game, because the game is about piracy, and we try to be historically accurate. So we needed to find ways to convey skills and stuff like that without having magic.
One of the mighty skills of a captain, which is inspire, that allow you to increase the morale of
All the
all
crew.
the troops.
So,
Okay.
and when all the crew got better morale, every action will be easier to perform through the change of the difficulty.
I will just use a combo with Flint and Billy being near. So, I just added an action point. Okay, so the threshold is lower now because the morale went up. So let's kill this guy.
And
Okay.
you will notice that there are some icons over the dice that will create some effect all the time. Change the morale or can insta-kill an enemy also. Obviously you will be able to climb the ladder or push the barrel, so interact with the field, where the verticality is really important, because you will be able to jump over an enemy from the top of a roof and put it down, or you can just push someone into the water or into the lava or in
Over the edge, yes. Like I'll do that in a bit, and then I think we'll be done with the tactical part. Yeah, I love pushing barrels. Sorry, I love pushing barrels here. Okay, I missed.
Yeah.
I did. The rules are really simple, but you have to be attentive to the placement,
Yeah.
to the distance.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like chess. You have to know the rules,
Yeah.
but the strategy will always be new and evolving to the level.
And you don't have to be aware with the mathematics or the probability. You just have to look at the environment, take care of the story, and it will be easy to perform the action. But
Okay.
every placement is really accurate.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, we'll finish by showing you a little bit of the kind of environments we have, because like you saw the city, you saw a little bit of nights on the beach in Britain, which is cold, but we have also ships, and we go to sea, and we are, this is the town you saw. We have, it's cool, a lot of different environments. We have jungles. It's in the Caribbean. We have jungles in the Central America. We have caves and ruins and a big temple
Nice.
of doom. Yes, we have a little fantastic twist at the end. So we're
Awesome.
quite happy and we love it.
Yeah, that sounds fun. When is it gonna launch?
I think it's more of a question for a publisher, but I think at the end of
At
the
the end of
year,
the
it's
year,
End of the year.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we haven't said nothing.
No, we didn't say nothing, but we wanted to be over this year.
Awesome.
The launch will be on the publisher to decide.
Okay. And then how long did it take to make the game?
Now we are roughly 2
years.
2 years,
2 years, wow.
2 years
From the
in.
start,
Yes. And we have, I think, like 4-5 months of development left.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think we will have 15 or 20 hours of gameplay. Yeah, and it will be on PC and consoles.
Okay, awesome. Yes, it looks fun.
Sure.
What inspired the game? Whose idea was it?
It's
what inspired it?
Yeah, we have our bosses, the Jossi brothers at Savage Level. They loved pirates since childhood, so it's
wow.
a childhood dream for them, and we accompany them
Yeah.
on the production.
Exactly, and on the game design. So they really love two things. In fact, they love board games and they love pirates. So
Okay.
they hired me to say, okay, how can you combine the two things? They really wanted to have something story-driven and story-centric.
Yeah.
The main gameplay is to enhance and enforce the story of the piracy through a board game, but not to be too complicated, just to support the narration.
Yeah, the comics part is really important because it will convey the story. We will also have some choices inside comics. It's not a really big choice game. We will have only one ending, but you can have some choices in the comics that will end with a combat, or you will discover a character.
And as we said, this is not by killing the people or leveling with a lot of experience, but by the exploration that you will be stronger into the game. So if you want to be stronger in the tactical, you need to explore every part of the game and the scenery and the story. In fact, some characters are mandatory in the story, and you will encounter them and recruit about the archetype. But if you want to use the combo system, you will need to go deeper and deeper in the story, not into the mechanical tactical system, but in the story to get more goals or characters or equipment to be stronger at the end of the game.
Okay, awesome. How many people are you expecting to play the game?
We wanted this game to be as accessible, as much accessible as possible. We are targeting gamers who love tactical RPGs, but we really want to also have a new crowd of people who love comic books, actually, and the pirates and narration. So the tactical part is not too difficult, so you can win just by chance. If you don't love tactical, that's okay, you will really still enjoy the game. But if you love tacticals, you can stroll quickly and have battles and have a deep strategy system. So I think that we will cover a lot of people.
Okay, awesome. I think those are the only questions I have. Thank
you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye bye.